Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to do question exercise 2.1, and the first question is find the discriminant of the following given quadratic equation. This we practiced in the previous video, because in this question what you are going to do is you are going to find the discriminant, and you know how to find the discriminant. B square minus 4ac is called the discriminant, as we discussed it in details in the previous video, so I will not do the question number 1. You can do it as we did in the previous video. Similarly, question number 2 was also discussed in the previous video, because in this question they want us to find the nature of the roots of the following given quadratic equation. You are given the quadratic equation. How to find the nature? You are going to find b square minus 4ac, the discriminant, and from that you will judge the nature of the roots as we did in the previous video. Okay, so question number 1 and 2, this we have practiced already in the previous lecture. We will start from question number 3 now. For what value of k the expression k square x square plus 2 times k plus 1 x plus 4 is a perfect square? We need to know the value of k which will make this expression a perfect square. But first of all, let us see the definitions that are involved in its solution. First, we need to know what is a perfect square. For that, let me write a few examples. The expressions x square minus 4x plus 4, suppose this is a quadratic expression. I will tell you why it is a perfect square. Let me factorize it. Suppose this is a perfect suppose this is a quadratic equation, okay, and I will prove now that this expression is a perfect square. Any expression that can be written in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square is called a perfect square. For example, x square minus 4x plus 4, this can be written as x square minus 2 x into 2. 4x can be written as this, and we know that 4 is the square of 2. So I can write this expression as this one, this form, x square minus 2 times x2, and you know that a square plus b square minus 2ab, this is equal to a minus b is 2 whole square is equal to 0. We have done this during the completing squares also, and from there all those expressions that you made, that you completed to form to write in this form, were the perfect squares. Now, as this expression is written in this form a minus b whole square, so this expression is called a perfect square. Perfect square means it is the square of some number x minus 2. For example, in this case it is the square of x minus 2, so this is a perfect square. Okay, now suppose we have the expression, let us say, let me take one more example. For example, x square minus 6x plus 9 equals to 0. To prove that this is a perfect square, I will try to write it in this form or this form. Okay, let me take it as plus. Okay, so that it be a little different. X square plus 6x can be written as 2x into 3 plus 9 can be written as 3 square. Now, as you may see, this is a square plus b square plus 2ab. A square plus 2ab plus b square. This expression is equal to this. Okay, so it means that this expression can be written as x plus 3 whole square. So it means that this expression is also a perfect square. So any expression which can be written in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square or square of some expression is called a perfect square. Now let me take an expression which is not a perfect square. Okay, so that you may know the difference between the two. Let us take an expression. For example, x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Suppose this is an expression. To check whether it is a perfect square or not, obviously if we can write this in this form, by through factorization, as you have already done this factorization in class 8 and 9 also, you may see that this cannot be written in the form of this. Okay, if I factorize it through splitting method, what am I going to get? X square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6, because negative 3 and 2 are the two numbers whose product is negative 6 and whose sum gives you negative x. Okay, if you factorize it, what do we get? Okay, so as you may see, this is not a perfect square because the expression is not equal to square of some expression, but it is the product of two different factors. Okay, in this case we had two factors, but both of them were the same. In this case we had two factors, and here also both the factors were the same. But over here, if it is not a perfect square, it means we are going to get two different factors. Okay, x plus 2 and x minus 3. While in this case, if I write this as x plus 3 whole square, can be written as x plus 3 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. And if I want to solve this equation by using factorization, first what am I going to do? I'm going to do the factorization as I did here. Okay, we are going to get two same factors. Okay, after that, if I apply the factorization method, the solutions are going to be x plus 3 is equal to 0 and x plus 3 is equal to 0, the same factor. So x will be negative 3 over here as well as over here. It means in this case we are having two equal roots. Okay, so note down that we are getting equal roots when we want to solve this equation which is involving this perfect square. Perfect square will always be written in the form of square of some number, and as it is written in the form of square, it means square means that this factor will be or will always be multiplied twice. So whenever we have a perfect square in an equation, we are going to get two equal factors. Okay, and as we get equal factors, therefore we will get equal solutions. This is the thing that we need to know here. Okay, whenever you have a perfect square, you are going to get equal roots if that perfect square is involved in an equation. Okay, similarly, x square minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. When I factorize it, we get x minus 2 whole square. And if I solve this equation further, what am I going to get? Again, I am going to get two equal here. If I want to solve this equation, this will be, it will have two factors. X minus 2 whole square means x minus 2 is multiplied twice with itself. Okay, so it means x is equal to 2, and over here we are also going to get x is equal to 2. Again we are getting equal roots. What does this imply? That if you have a perfect square, you are always going to get equal roots. Okay, perfect square will always give you equal roots. Over here, as we have seen, this was a perfect square, so it gave equal roots. What about this? If an expression is not a perfect square, then what will happen? We will have two different factors. As we have two different factors, so if I solve this further, what am I going to get is I am going to get two different roots. Okay, so this implies that if you have a perfect square, you are going to get an expression of the square of something, and square is obtained, we write square only when the same number is multiplied twice with itself. Okay, x minus 2 into x minus 2. As we are going to get the same factors in all the cases whenever we have a perfect square, so it means that we are going to get equal roots whenever we have a perfect square, as you have seen here. So I'm going to use this statement that whenever you have a perfect square and it is involved in an equation, you are always going to get equal roots. Using this statement, I am going to solve question number 3. Okay, now I am going to start the solution, but first of all, you should keep in mind that whenever you have a perfect square, you are going to get equal roots. Okay, so getting equal roots of the expression, if that is a perfect square, then these are the same thing. Perfect square involved in an quadratic equation or a quadratic equation having the equal roots. This we can easily deduce from this expression. If the expression involved is a perfect square, we are going to get equal roots. Okay, remember that, so that it can help us in finding the solution of question number 3. Now let us start question number 3. In question number 3, the statement is for what value of k the expression, this is an expression which is given to us, and you know that this is quadratic, is a perfect square. So you have to find the value of k which will make this expression a perfect square. So in order to solve this question, I will assume that the expression which is given to us is a perfect square, and from that I am going to find the value of k. Okay, so we need to know the value of k, okay, for which the expression which is given to us, k square x square plus 2 k plus 1 x plus 4 to be a perfect square. Okay, yes, so they have asked us for the value of k which will make this a perfect square. For that, what we do is we assume that this is a perfect square. Now if it is a perfect square, then we know that if it is involved in an quadratic equation, it will always give equal roots. As we have discussed a few minutes ago, whenever you have a perfect square and that perfect square is involved in a quadratic equation, then that quadratic equation will always give equal roots. So if I write, suppose that this expression is a perfect square. If it is a perfect square, and let me write it in the form of equation. This is a perfect square. Okay, assume that it is a perfect square, and we have to find value of k. So for that I am going to assume this to be a perfect square, and then I am going to apply the condition of perfect square on this equation, which will give us k. Okay, now suppose that it is a perfect square, and let me write it in the form of quadratic equation. Now if it is a perfect square, we know that this equation, if this expression is a perfect square, then equation 1, okay, this is the equation which I have made with the help of this expression. If it is a perfect square, okay, and this is a quadratic equation, then this quadratic equation will have equal roots. Okay, if this expression is a perfect square, then equation 1 will give equal roots. Now if we are getting equal roots, then this implies that the discriminant of this expression, let me write it over here, this is the discriminant. Okay, the discriminant will always equal to 0 when you have equal roots. So if it is a perfect square, this will give equal roots, and if it is giving equal roots, it means the discriminant must be equal to 0, because whenever the discriminant is equal to 0, then we are getting the equal roots. So will be 0. Okay, and if the discriminant is equal to 0 of this equation, let me find the discriminant of this equation. Okay, over here the coefficient of x square is k square, so it means that if I write the general form of the quadratic, bx plus in capital letters, because we are already having small letters over here, if I compare these two, a will be equal to k square, b will be equal to, b is the coefficient of x, which is 2 k plus 1. Okay, and c is the coefficient of c is the constant, coefficient of x raised to power 0, which is constant, so c is equal to 4. Now if I use these and find the discriminant, then I know that this discriminant must be equal to 0. Okay, if it is equal to 0, then it means that b square minus 4a and c. Okay, this should be equal to 0. If this expression is a perfect square, this equation will have equal roots, and we know that we have equal roots only if and only if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Okay, if b square minus 4ac b square minus 4ac is equal to 0 for this equation, then it means that if I calculate the discriminant for this equation, which is this expression, this must be equal to 0. From this we are getting an equation in k which will lead us to find the value of k. Okay, so if I square this, we are getting 2 square is 4 and k plus 1 whole square is, by using the formula a plus b whole square, this will be equal to k square plus 1 plus 2k minus 4 4s are 16, k square is equal to 0. From here 4 k square plus 4 plus 8 k minus 16 k square is equal to 0. So 4 k square minus 16 k square will be equal to negative 12 k square plus 8 k plus 4 is equal to 0. Multiplying both sides by the negative sign, we are going to get plus 12 k square minus 8k minus 4. Okay, now if I want to solve this, we have to find the value of k. Over here we can use quadratic formula also to find the value of k, or any technique that we have used in finding the solutions of a quadratic equation. Let me see if we can find it by completing square by splitting method. 12 into 4 is 48. Two numbers whose product is negative 48 and whose sum is negative 8. Can we find two factors whose product is negative 48 and whose sum gives us negative 8? Now two numbers whose product is negative 48 and whose sum is negative 8 will be negative 12 and 4. Because we need a negative sign over here, so I am going to put negative with 12 and positive sign with 4, so that when we add these numbers, we get a negative sign. Okay, the answer takes the sign of the greater number. Okay, so now their product is negative 48 and their sum is negative 8. So we can do this by factorization method and we can get the value of k. Over here we could also take 4 common, okay, to make it more simple, but this is also correct, and if you want to take 4 common over here, it will make this expression even more simpler. Okay, so k minus 1 into like 12k plus 4, either from this one, either k minus 1 is equal to 0 or 12k plus 4 is equal to 0. So it means that its value k can be 1 or k can be negative 4 over 12, which is negative 1 by 3. These are the two possible values for k. Okay, 1 and negative 1 by 3. So this is how you solve this question. You had the expression this and they wanted you to find the value of k which make it a perfect square. So instead of finding the value of finding for in any other method, first of all let us suppose that this is a perfect square. Okay, for this to be a perfect square, if it is used in for this to be a perfect square, we needed to apply the fact that we have already done in the previous in previous minutes, that if an expression is perfect square, then it always give equal roots whenever it is involved in a quadratic equation. Okay, whenever it is involved in a quadratic equation, it always give equal roots. So if this is a perfect square, then it should give equal roots, and we know that an equation give equal roots only if its discriminant is equal to 0. So I made this discriminant is equal to 0, which I obtained from this whole story, that b square minus 4ac should be equal to 0 for this expression to be a perfect square. So for this expression to be a perfect square, the roots should be equal. For the roots to be equal, this discriminant should be equal to 0, and for the discriminant to be equal to 0, this expression which I have obtained by taking a, b, c from here, this should be equal to 0. So using this condition we found the value of k, all the possible values of k, which will make this a perfect square. Okay, so this completes the solution. Let's move to the next question. Now the next question is question number 4. Find the value of k if the roots of the following equations are equal. Okay, so they are asking for the value of k which will make the roots of these equations equal. There are 3 parts. I am going to solve the third one for you. Okay, and then the rest will be the same as the third one. Let me write the question. We have to find the value of k which will give equal roots for this equation. This is same as question number 3, but it is more simpler. 3k plus 2 x square minus 5 k plus 1 x plus 2k plus 3 equals to 0. This is the question. Let me check the first question first so that we don't make a mistake. Okay, now we have to find the value of k for which this expression gives us equal roots. Now this is a quadratic equation, and we know that a quadratic equation gives equal roots this equation will give equal roots if the discriminant, as it is a quadratic equation, and we know that a quadratic equation have equal roots only if the discriminant is equal to 0. If and only if, it means there is no other way. Okay, if and only if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Okay, if the discriminant is equal to 0, then this equation will give equal roots, otherwise it will not. So I am going to use this condition which will take me to the value of k. So over here b is, as you may see, let me write it, a is the coefficient of x square. The coefficient of x square is 3k plus 2. b is the coefficient of x, which is 5, negative 5 k plus 1, and c is the coefficient of x raised to the power 0, or the constant term. Okay, so I have taken a, b, c from this equation. Now this equation will have equal roots if the discriminant is equal to 0. It means that it will have equal roots if b over here is negative 5 minus 4, a is 3k plus 2, and c is equals to 0. Now square of 5 is 25, and square of k plus 1 will be k plus 1 whole square minus 4 times multiplying these two brackets. 3k into 2k will be 6k square, 3k plus 3 will be 9k, plus 2 into 2k will be 4k, and 2 into 3 will be 6, equals to 0. 25, opening this formula, this will be a square plus b square plus 2a into b will be 2k, minus, opening this again, this will be 24k square plus 36k plus 16k. I will add these two, plus sorry, not plus, we will have a minus over here and over here because we have a negative sign outside the bracket. Okay, so this will be negative 24, negative 4 into 9k will be negative 36, negative 4 into positive 4k will be negative 16k, and negative 4 into plus 6 will be negative 24, equals to 0. Now over here I will get 25k square plus 25 plus 50k minus 24k square. Negative 36 minus 16 will be equal to, I think this will be equal to 52. Let me check it. Yes, this is equal to negative 52k. Adding these two, minus 24 is equal to 0. Now 25k square minus 24k square will be k square. 25 minus 24 will be just 1, and 50k minus 52k will be negative 2k. Okay, adding 50k and negative 2k, I'm getting negative 2k, and 25 minus 24 will be plus 1. So again we are getting a quadratic, and we need to solve it to get to a solution. As you may see, this is a perfect square, okay, because this is equal to k minus 1 whole square. If you open this formula, you have a square b square minus 2ab, so its value will be k is equal to 1. Okay, the equal roots. So k is equal to 1 for this expression. If you take k is equal to 1, you are going to get equal roots. So this is how you solve this question. Now let us move to the next question. Now the next question is, show that the equation x square plus mx plus c whole square is equal to a square. This is an equation, okay, which is given us, has equal roots. We have to show that this equation has equal roots. If c square is equal to a square into 1 plus m square, we have to prove that this will have equal roots if this condition is satisfied, or in other words, we will derive this expression by using the condition that this equation has equal roots. If it has equal roots, then this condition must be satisfied. C square must be equal to a square plus 1 plus m whole square. So let us find the condition when this equation will have equal roots. From there we will see that this expression is c square is equal to a square into 1 plus m square. For this, let me write the question first. We are given that we are given the equation x square plus, and note that this equation is not in its standard form, okay, because we have x square over here, and over here if we open this formula, we are also going to get x square. So it means that this is a quadratic equation, but it needs to be transformed into its standard form first, okay. So we have to show that this has equal roots. To show that this expression has equal roots if c square is equal to a square 1 plus m square. It means that if we are to get the equal roots for this equation, then we will have no other choice but to put c square is equal to a square into 1 plus m square. Let us start the solution. Now we know that for this equation to have equal root, the discriminant must be equal to 0. But first of all, we have to bring this expression into its standard form, okay, so that we can calculate the discriminant. Now we are given x square plus, let me open this formula, by a plus b whole square, okay, is equal to a square. In order to bring it into its standard form, I have to take x square common from these two, okay. Let me remove the brackets because there is anything which is multiplied over here, so it will, after opening, it will be the same expression as this. Taking x square common from here, it will be 1 plus m square plus 2 mc x. This is the term involving x, these are the term involving x square, and the constant terms are c square and a square shifted to this side, which will give us negative a square, okay. So now it is in standard form because this is the form ax square, the term ax square, this is the term bx, and this is the constant term, okay. So over here a, the coefficient of x square is 1 plus m square, b is 2 mc, okay, and c, the constant, let me write capital C because we are always here we always have small c over here and small a over here. That is why I'm using capital ABC for the discriminants and for the formulas, okay. So be careful with that, you don't use the same symbols in the formula when you have those symbols in the question, okay. You don't, the question and the symbols used in the questions and the symbols used in the formula, there should be a difference between them. So if you have small ABC over here, just use capital ABC for the discriminant. Now for this expression to have equal roots, its discriminant must be equal to 0. Let us see which. Now for equal roots, first of all let us calculate the discriminant, okay, without declaring anything about it, whether it is equal to 0 or not. We will just calculate it, okay, and let's see what are the things which will be required to make it equal to 0 and to make our roots equal, okay, because they have asked for the condition of equal roots. I am going to find the condition for the equal roots by making this equal to 0, okay. We are going to find the condition under which this b square minus 4ac will be equal to 0, and we have to prove that that condition is this expression. Let me prove it. Let us first calculate b square minus 4ac so that we can get the expression for that. After that we will think over it how to make it equal to 0, okay. So b square will be 2mc whole square minus 4, a is 1 plus m square over here, and c is, in place of c we have c square minus a square, okay. Now if I calculate this, what do I get? 4 m square c square minus 4, multiplying these two brackets, m square into c square minus m square into a square, okay. After multiplying this I am getting this. Now multiplying 4 with it, okay. So let me check whether it's absolutely correct or not. Yes, okay. Now 4 m square c square, over here we have negative 4 m square c square, so this will be cancelled out with this, okay, and the rest is negative 4 c square plus 4 a square plus 4 m square a square. Now if I take 4 common from this, what do we get? Negative c square plus a square plus m square a square, okay. Now okay, so over here b square minus 4ac is equal to this expression. Now we need to check that when this condition will give us equal roots. You know that equal roots will be given if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. That is, if this thing is equal to 0, okay. If this expression is equal to 0, we are going to get equal roots. So the question was that for prove that this expression will have equal roots if c square is equal to a square 1 plus m square, okay. So we know that first what we did, we calculated b square minus 4ac. Now for equal roots, what do we need? For equal roots we need b square minus 4ac to be equal to 0. Now we know that 4 is not equal to 0, okay. We need to know which factor will make this expression equal to 0. We know that 4 is not equal to 0 because 4 apples are not equal to 0 apples, yeah. So the only thing which will make this discriminant is equal to 0 is this expression, Okay, so for equal roots, this expression b square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. It means that this expression should be equal to 0, and for this expression to be equal to 0, this whole expression should go to 0, because 0 into 4 will then give us b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, and we know that when b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, the equation will have equal roots. So for equal roots we should make this equal to 0, this expression equal to 0, and we know that the factor which is making this whole expression is equal to 0 is this one. Okay, because 4 is not equal to 0, it means if we want this expression to be equal to 0, this whole number should go to 0, so that 4 into 0 gives us 0 discriminant, and we get equal roots. So for equal roots, discriminant should be equal to 0. It means that this discriminant, let me write it also, this should be equal to 0. Now dividing 4 on both the sides, this will disappear. Okay, and now calculating this, what do we get? Okay, and shifting c square to the other side, c square will be, or we can also write it as c square is equal to a square into 1 plus m square, and this is what they had asked, or they had proved, they had asked us to prove. Okay, so it means that this expression will have equal roots if the discriminant is equal to 0, and discriminant, if we make discriminant is equal to 0, we are getting this expression. It means that this expression will have equal roots if c square is equal to a square into 1 plus m square, and this we have proved. For equal roots, applying the condition for equal roots gave us this expression. It means that the roots are going to be equal when discriminant is equal to 0, and discriminant is equal to 0 only if c square is equal to a square into 1 plus m square, because if we put the value of c square over here, then we will get 0, otherwise we will never get 0. So this is how we prove this question. Now question number 6 is that find the condition that the roots of the equation is given to us, it is not in standard form but you will bring it in standard form, is equal to 0 are equal. We have to find the condition that the roots of the equation this are equal. This, let me open the book. Like this. Find the condition that the roots of the equation this are equal. This is same as question number 5. You are going to first bring it in the standard form, then you are going to calculate the discriminant and make it equal to 0. So question number 7 is also same as 5, but the expression is a bit complicated, so I am going to solve it for you. But question number 7 is if the roots of the equation c square minus ab x square minus 2 times a square minus bc x plus b square minus ac is equal to 0 are equal, then a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. It means that they are asking that the roots of the equation, we have to prove that the roots of this equation, which is quadratic because over here we have one term x square. Okay, let me write it on the board first, then I will explain it. We are going to do question number 7. They have given us the equation. The equation is c square minus ab x square minus 2 they have given us the question c square minus ab x square minus 2a square minus bc x and b square minus ac is equal to, this is the equation, and they are saying that if the roots of the equation this are equal, then show that either a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 0. We have to show that if this expression has equal roots, then a should be equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3 abc is equal to 0. A cube plus b cube is equal to 3 abc. Okay, Now let us understand the question first. The question is a quadratic expression because x square has the coefficient c square minus ab. Okay, so over here a is equal to c square minus ab. B will be the coefficient of x, which is this whole thing, 2a square minus bc, and the constant term is b square minus ac. Now what they want us to prove, that they are saying that if this equation has equal roots, then prove that a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. So if this equation has equal roots, let me assume that this equation has equal roots, then I will derive this expression from the condition of equality of this equality of roots of this expression. Now this is a quadratic equation, it will have equal roots. This quadratic expression will have equal roots if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. That is, if, putting the value of b square again, b square minus 4a, I'm just putting the values of abc from here. Okay, for this expression to have equal roots, then the discriminant should be equal to 0. That is, this expression should be equal to 0 because this is the discriminant of the given equation. Okay, so let me find the square. 2 square is 4, and a square minus b square will be a square this will be a square whole square plus bc whole square minus 2 a square into bc. Here I have used the formula a minus b whole square. Okay, a square plus b square minus 2ab. This is a and this is b, and I have used the formula a minus b whole square. Okay, minus 4, multiplying these two, I am going to get c square b square minus ac cube minus a b cube plus a square bc is equal to 0. Okay, c square b square minus, multiplying c square b square, then c square into negative ac will be ac cube, multiplying these two we are going to get ab cube, this minus minus plus a square to bc. Now you know that 4 is here as well as here. I am going to take 4 common. Okay, and what we are going to get, a4 plus b square c square minus 2 a square bc, and over here what we are going to have, minus c square bc, multiplying this negative sign as well, I am going to get ac cube. I have taken this 4 common, so it's outside the bracket, and inside the bracket we have the rest of the expression that are involved over here, plus ac whole cube plus ab whole cube minus a square bc is equal to 0. Now if I divide 4 on both the sides, what we are going to get, 4 will be cancelled out and we will get 0 by 4 will be equal to 0. So I am going to get, and also as you may see there are some things which are getting cancelled. B square c square is cancelled with this one, and a square bc minus 2a square bc minus 2a square bc will be minus 3a square bc. So we are left with the expression a raised to power 4 minus 2a square bc and minus a square bc will be minus 3 a square bc. Okay, plus a c cube. Let me erase it from here as we are also done with this. Okay, minus AC plus AB cube is equal to 0. Now if I take A common from all of them, as you see A is in the whole expression, because we want cube, we want this expression. Okay, so if I take A common from this, we are getting A cube minus 3 ABC plus C cube plus B cube is equal to 0. As you may see, we are approaching our expression. We have used the condition that the roots will be equal if B square minus 4AC is equal to 0, and if B square minus 4AC is equal to 0, then we are getting this expression. It means if we have equal roots, we will have this condition. As you may see, we have nearly approached the condition. Now this factor is equal to 0. If either A is equal to 0, then 0 into this will make it equal to 0, or A cube minus 3 ABC plus C cube plus B cube is equal to 0. So this expression, this product will be equal to 0 if either A is equal to 0 or this whole expression is equal to 0. Then 0 into A will be 0, or if A is equal to 0, 0 into this expression will be equal to 0. So it means that either A is equal to 0 or A cube. Let me write this B cube first and arrange it, and then 3ABC shifted to other side will give us 3ABC. So we are going to have equal roots if this discriminant is equal to 0, and the discriminant will be equal to 0 if this whole expression is equal to 0, and this whole expression equal to 0 implies that A is equal to 0 or A cube plus B cube is equal to 3ABC, and this is what they wanted from us. The question was to show that if these have equal roots, then A will be equal to 0 and B. This is what we needed to show, that this expression will have equal roots if these two expression goes to 0. At least one of them should be equal to 0. So I have showed that if this equation has equal roots, then the discriminant will be equal to 0, and if we make the discriminant equal to 0, we get the condition that they required. So it proves that for equal roots we are getting this expression. Okay, and this is what they wanted us to show.